When going viral ruins your life.
From going homeless to having a drug addiction to facing jail time to quite literally having jail time to quite literally having to create a sex tape with your sibling for rent money. There's many people whose lives have been destroyed by going viral and their 15 minutes of fame. We've always heard the term that all publicity is good publicity, because it seems like what everybody wants on this planet is two things: money and fame. A study done in 2023 revealed
bro, he really did not need to show them niggas kissing, bro. He didn't have to show that.
57% of people,
or he could have blurred it, bro. All he did was put a block over their lips, bro. Come on, bro.
Between the age of 13 and 26 would become an influencer if they had the opportunity to do so. And after all, why wouldn't they? To most people, being internet famous seems to have endless perks. I know you, the person watching this video, has definitely thought about it. Don't lie to me, I know you have. But what about the dark sides of becoming an influencer that no one really seems to talk about? Today, we're gonna talk about them. So let's cut the bullshit and get right into it. Guys,
that's why I literally just went on this rant, because of this video. That's literally why I just went on that rant. And I might put it on TikTok. I'm not gonna lie to you, I might put it on TikTok.
Raza was a regular.
I'm definitely putting my rant about the people not understanding gaming on TikTok. I didn't really rant, but that's more of a negative word. Oh my god, what the fuck? Rant is a pretty negative word. I kind of like more so explained it, but whatever.
School with a love for sci-fi. He was helping his friends film a parody of popular movies, including Star Wars.
Bro filmed the first scene and went to sleep.
Alone, he filmed a video of himself swinging around a golf ball retriever pretending to be a Jedi, all for fun. He put the tape on the shelf of the basement in the high school studio, thinking that no one would ever see it. But a couple months later, some kids from his high school found the tape and posted it online. Within 2 weeks, the video started to go very, very viral, and he was deemed as the Star Wars kid. Now, this was
I don't even know this guy.
Like years before YouTube even existed. The idea of going viral on the internet was a very, very new thing. This video spread in a way that like no other video.
Now I'm sitting here thinking, how did people put videos on the internet without YouTube? I know there were websites. Was this on like MySpace or some shit?
Ever has spread before. It was going crazy on websites like Kazaa, LimeWire, and Waxy, and considering that you guys don't know what any of those are.
No, nigga, I know what LimeWire is, bro. Don't assume I don't know what LimeWire is, bro.
It shows just how old this video really is. It's estimated that this video alone did 900 accumulated views everywhere, which is insane. It became a very staple viral video and had a timeless legacy. What really made this video spread even harder was the excessive hilarious edits that people made of it. It was referenced in shows like American Dad, Arrested Development, Colbert Show, and I'm pretty sure you yourself recognize this video because
it's iconic.
But a lot of you guys probably don't know about the absolute turmoil this had on Guys Lane's life, because he wasn't really going viral for good reasons. People were laughing at how ridiculous this kid looked, thinking that he was a real Jedi. He got loads of comments that were making fun of his weight and calling him stupid. There were comments that were even going so far as to tell him to unalive himself.
Well, you guys gotta remember, bro, this is early internet, bro. This is early internet before niggas even called this shit cyberbullying, bro. This was early internet, bro.
Again, this is when the internet was still new, so people were pretty big dicks back then.
Yeah, hey, bro, same wavelength. I literally just said the same thing, bro. These like the new internet niggas. Y'all don't know about the old niggas, bro. Y'all don't know about the old internet niggas, bro. Them niggas is crazy, bro. Them niggas
it wasn't just online where things were bad. His real life was suffering immensely. At school, he was being ridiculed and bullied non-stop.
You think it's TOS now, bro? You should have seen them niggas back then.
And insulting him. And while it may have seemed like simple bullying, it got so intense to the point where he literally was not able to attend class. Eventually, he just straight had to leave high school and get a private tutor. But even when he left school, the torment just did not end.
Not gonna lie, bro. That's your fault. Why would you put that shit on the fucking tape on the shelves, bro? Why didn't you just bring that shit home with you, bro? If you really didn't want anyone to see it, why did you not bring the tape home with you? Why did you put it on the shelves at your school, bro? What the fuck?
Reporters and news outlets were constantly knocking at his door begging for an interview, but he had no interest. They were calling his number so much that he had to turn off his phone. Guys Lane would go to a psychiatrist and officially be diagnosed with depression. To fight back, the family would sue the 4 students that originally uploaded the video for $250,000.
Shit, 250K? I'm flipping that shit into a mill, bro.
A year later, they would settle for an undisclosed amount, so how much they actually got from the lawsuit, I have no idea. But the press
Damn, if they settle for an undisclosed amount, that means it was less than 250.
This wasn't all bad though, there was some good stuff that came out of it. Star Wars fans would start a petition to get Guyslain a cameo in the upcoming Star Wars movie Revenge of the Sith, but unfortunately never went through. But it was a nice act. But eventually there was a light at the end of the tunnel. 20 years later, Guyslain actually would come to the public to talk about his own experience personally. The event actually inspired him to go to law school to become a lawyer. In doing so, he would help others who experienced the scrutiny of online harassment. There was even a documentary made on him called Star Wars Kid: The Rise of Digital Shadows. In the documentary, he actually forgives one of the original bloggers who made the video so viral.
I have an enormous regret posting the video. I haven't talked to anybody about this. This is the first time, and I'm just profoundly sorry.
Getting tons
I'm fucking tired. Yo, these niggas would have gotten. Hey, bro, do you see why you don't need to worry about haters on the internet, my nigga? No, like, I actually, bro, do you see why you should not listen to haters on the internet? Because look at this dude. Yes, he's big, cool, whatever. But look at
first time, and
look at the nigga making fun of him. Look at the nigga making fun of him. Who is this Weird Al Yankovic, bro?
I'm just profoundly sorry.
I'm just profoundly sorry, nigga. You see why you don't need to worry about the haters on the internet, bro? That's the nigga who made fun of him. I'm profoundly sorry. I'm actually like, bro, shut that shit the fuck up.
Tons of hate as an online child is nothing short of traumatic. And no one can probably relate to this more than Rebecca Black, the singer of the Friday song. This song became
I know about this one.
Popular in 2011 for all of the wrong reasons. Rebecca was one of the most hated people on the internet at age 14, and the crazy thing was that she didn't even write the song herself. Rebecca's mom paid $4,000 to RAK Music to
that fucking black guy. Wait, let me see if he gets his picture in here, bro.
Write the song and make the music video. ARK was a music label that would write a song, provide a studio, take pictures, and produce a music video all for a couple $1,000s. They basically did all of the creative effort and the production. And most of their customers were fame-hungry teens who wanted a chance in the spotlight. And of course, Rebecca was one of them. Rebecca liked the song and they shot the music video. It wasn't intended to be some big pop debut, it was just simply a fun music video. Shot the music video. It wasn't intended to be some big
is that Justin
pop debut.
David Henry wait a minute.
It was just simply a fun music video with her friends.
It was called It's Friday at the time, and I was
Man,
just
she
like,
aged
cute.
so
Okay, whatever. Nobody's gonna see this. Like, let's run it.
Not gonna lie, she aged like
In the
wine.
first month, the video only got
She aged like wine, my nigga. She aged like wine.
1,000 views,
Like
which
fine
honestly
fucking
isn't really
wine.
that surprising. But a month later, the Tosh.0 website would actually post the
This
music
nigga
video
really
with
did
the
that to her.
caption, "Songwriting isn't for everybody." Back then, being posted on a website like this was huge, and in 4 days, the music video got over 7 million views. A ton of other YouTubers were making parodies
Oh my god. What is that nigga's name? Baker? David Baker?
of the song to poke fun at it, but the majority of attention will come from real, genuine hate. Rebecca's comments were some of people saying the most vile stuff about a 14-year-old.
You're so fat, and you'll never be pretty.
Bro, they called her fat, bro. Yo, this is a clear indicator that beauty standards changed like this, bro. That's why bitches getting BBLs right now and fake titties. When that's out, them niggas are gonna them girls are gonna regret it, bro. Sis, you're gonna regret it. Especially if you do it just because it's the in thing or like the hottest thing. They called her fat, bro. Look at her. She's skinnier than me.
You suck at singing. I hope you go die, and I think you should get an eating disorder because that'll make you prettier.
People would start doxing Rebecca's personal information like her home address, her school address, even her parents' contact info, which is just weird. People on 4chan even went so far as to set up Operation Black Friday where they were going to literally harass her at her school. Here are some simple orders. Start calling the school with all the numbers and tardy bullshit. Fax as many nudes of anything, a girl blowing horse for example, and put Rebecca's name on it. At 1 p.m, DDoS ARC Music Factory. At 3 p.m, start requesting her sorry excuse for her music on the radio. Now how effective this actually was is unclear. Start requesting
Yo, Yo, do you see why you should not listen to haters, bro? This is why, like, niggas who hate, bro, you really shouldn't pay attention. These niggas hate her so much. No, listen to this. Nah, because I'm about to crash the fuck out. These niggas hate her so much that at 3 p.m. they scheduled a request. They're going to schedule a mass request to play her song on the radio. You niggas hate her, but you're gonna request her song on the radio, which will give her more money, you fucking idiots. Oh, it's the same thing with the niggas on the internet saying, oh, I can't stand so-and-so, or I'm tired of seeing so-and-so. Nigga, if you tired of seeing so-and-so, stop commenting under shit that has to do with so-and-so. Stop watching shit that has to do with so-and-so. Just scroll. Bitch ass nigga, bro. You don't even have to dislike. Just scroll, because when you dislike, it shows that you engaged in the fucking...
her sorry excuse for her music on the radio. Now, how effective this actually was is unclear, but the fact that there were actual plans for this is just outrageous. But it didn't stop there. Rebecca would receive genuine death threats that required the police to get involved. The music video would become one of the most disliked videos of all time.
I do remember this.
Rebecca was going to fight back. ARK would offer to take the video down, but she didn't want to give the haters what they wanted. She tried to release an acoustic version of the song so that she could prove to people that she could sing well, and she would also try to do live performances on the late night show, but all of this simply just fueled the hate even more.
Yeah,
the negativity put Rebecca to the point of depression. I became unbelievably depressed and trapped in this body of what I thought the world would see me as forever when I hadn't even finished growing. This stained her life and traumatized her for a really, really long time. She literally was going through puberty, and she was getting death threats for a fucking song that she made for fun. She even had to leave her high school because of all the bullying. However, over time, she would try to make music to become a serious musician. In 2016, her song, The Great Divide, would reach number 23 on the US charts. She was the opening act for the Blackpink tour.
You telling me this girl didn't age like fine wine, bro? You gotta be lying to me, bro. Now, I'm not saying she the baddest. I'm not saying she the baddest walking right now. I'm just saying she definitely aged like fine wine, bro.
She collaborated with big artists like Baby No Money, and she even did her
Baby No, who the
own boiler.
Oh my god, that shirt that girl is
she
wearing.
Collaborated with big artists like Baby No Money, and
this shirt that this lady is wearing scared the absolute shit out of me. Like, sis, what are you doing?
Even did her own Boiler Room set where she would premiere an EDM version of Friday. While she wasn't exactly pop's next sensation, she was able to at least get some type of sustainable career from her pain, and that can't be said about Alex from Target. Now, Alex was just a typical 16-year-old working his side job as a cashier at a Target, when one day a girl who thought that he was pretty cute took a picture of him when he wasn't looking and posted it on Twitter. This tweet alone would get over 800,000 retweets and would make him a celebrity overnight, and he would be deemed as Alex from Target, and he didn't even know it. The next day when he went to work,
Well, bro, let that shit be the opposite way, bro. A nigga taking a picture of a lady and then posting her picture. Niggas be, you weird ass nigga, you weird, like, bro.
Tons of girls were in his checkout line giggling and taking pictures of him. He'd only find out he went viral after his manager showed him the picture. For the rest of that shift, Alex had to be sent to the stockroom just because it was getting too out of hand. When he went into work that day, he had 144 followers on Twitter, and by the time he left, he had over 100,000 followers.
What the actual fuck?
Alex from Target became an internet sensation, with people memeing him and gushing over him at the exact same time. He was the new heartthrob and everyone wanted a piece. He would even make an appearance on Ellen, which got over—
Mind you, there was probably a whole bunch of grown women who would like partake in this shit. A 16-year-old boy.
16 million.
Don't get me wrong, niggas do that shit all the time. I'm just saying we got to take accountability for both sides, because I know there was old ass women partaking in this shit. Just how the same thing with Bad Baby, where those niggas was like, oh, I can't wait till she turned 18. You fucking freak.
views. And back then, getting on Ellen was a big fucking deal. He was getting advertising deals and agents wanted
Amanda?
to meet with him to
That's
put him
not
in
Amanda Bynes.
TV and movies.
Looks like
And
her
on
from
top
the
of that,
side.
he was the most popular kid in school with everyone wanting to take pictures of him. You'd think that sounds pretty awesome, getting famous for being an attractive guy. I mean, like, who wouldn't want that? But a lot of this was not very glamorous at all. People would leak all of Alex's information and also his family's. It would go further than just leaking phone numbers and addresses. They would also start to leak their social security numbers and their bank account information. When people saw that Alex had a girlfriend, they would send her tons of death threats. You can see there's a pattern of the whole death threat thing. It got to the point where Alex was literally scared to go outside because of it. But Alex was still trying to bank on the fame. He would tease music, he would go on tour, and also start his YouTube channel. He would start to post frequently and even got over 100,000 subscribers. However, he would eventually leave his management because they were acting very shady and apparently stole nearly 30 grand from him. It seemed like the management company was actually the one handling all of the logistics and were actually doing a lot of shady business behind Alex's back.
Damn.
Less than 2 years after he went viral, he would delete his YouTube and
No.
all of his social media.
That's where you fall, bro. That's where you fall. I don't think it's ever good to delete your shit, bro. I don't think it's ever a good thing to delete your shit, bro.
It was clear to Alex that he had really no idea how to handle the fame and didn't really know what to offer the sudden new audience. He was just a regular dude. It's a shame that he wasn't really able to fully monetize off of the monetary opportunities. Where he is now, no one really knows. But unfortunately, we do know the fate of the D's Nuts guy. The only meme bigger than Alex from Target at this time was the D's Nuts meme. This meme was referenced endless times and was one of the most
D's
quoted
nuts.
things ever.
These nuts.
I just saw something on Twitter of him recreating this meme too, which is crazy.
Got him.
Now, the original video was posted by Welvin
Welvin.
the Great, and this was when his manager Lefty would just randomly film him
I give him
doing
a bitch
things and
scene.
post it on Instagram. He originally went viral for a different video, but it was the
Who ain't
D's
got no
Nuts video
bitches?
that really skyrocketed him to fame. He became an overnight success, getting over 1 million
Jesus.
followers overnight. He was getting recognized everywhere on the streets and beloved by everyone
Classic
on
as
the
hell.
internet. He was hanging out with big
Wait,
celebrities.
was
He
that
getting
Mystic Got
recognized
Jokes?
everywhere.
I ain't seen this nigga in years.
On the streets and beloved by everyone on the internet.
Look at that, 2K15. Oh, sorry.
He was getting recognized everywhere on the streets and beloved by everyone on the internet. He
You
was
don't
hanging
get no
out with
bitches.
big
Why do I keep missing this? Who is that on the fucking floor? Who are any of these bitches? Sorry.
celebrities and was even brought out on
DJ.
stage by Kendrick Lamar. This meme literally went so far that a person straight up ran under the name D's Nuts for president and got a 9% approval rating
I fucking remember this shit, bro.
in North Carolina. Welvin would start to cash in on this opportunity by charging $4,500 to $40,000 for club appearances.
Can I ask how much it costs to book Welvin for a walkthrough?
Right now he's at about 4,500.
4,500.
Yeah.
Okay, so 4,500, he'll come through.
Yeah.
He would even drop merch like phone cases, socks, and apparently was even trying to develop an app. He would collaborate with tons of content creators and YouTubers with his signature catchphrase. He would even try to make his own reality show, but the thing is, jokes get old, and the views would start to go down. The ultimate sign of his downfall was when his Instagram account with over 1 million followers was hacked. He would make a new one, but only got a mere fraction of the following that he once had. His manager Lefty would part ways with him and his 15 minutes was up. And around this time, Welvin would start to drink quite a lot. It would start with him just casually
He went
having some
homeless,
beers in an
didn't he?
interview, but then it got to the point where he started to dog liquor out in the streets. He would be seen in public drinking very, very often, and unfortunately he would even get randomly harassed and jumped by people on the street. Videos would surface of Welvin being passed out on the street from being so drunk, and it would spark some false rumors that he was dead. There was the speculation that he was homeless because he was always just
remember this.
walking about with no real destination, and he looked like he was barely taking care of himself. But Welvin would confirm that he wasn't homeless and was simply sleeping on the streets out of his own choice.
I'm alive and I'm okay.
He has a family that loves and wants to take care of him, but Welvin chooses to go off for days at a time. He has a home to come to. He comes home, he rests for a couple of days, he go back out in the street. There's nothing nobody can do about it. There's nothing we can do about it. We don't want that for him, but this is something that he wants to do.
But Welvin was clearly still in awful shape and has seen much better days.
I understand that, but if you are his mom and like, he's never mind.
But this doesn't look nearly as bad when you look at John Gabbana, aka Boom
Boom
Gang.
gang, nigga.
John Cabana was one of the biggest influencers to come out of the 2018 cloud chasing.
I don't remember
This was a phase where lots of stars went
I
viral
remember this nigga like he just started doing that shit yesterday, bro.
on Instagram for being as chaotic as possible. John was one of the biggest to come out of this era because he was easily the most outrageous. It all started when his friends filmed a video of him going over a counter at Popeyes to steal free food.
Wait for nothing, you feel me? You fix your own motherfucking shit. Remember that shit, you know what I'm saying?
And they can't do shit about this.
You don't never wait for their own shit, you feel me? You don't wait for them. They take forever, you know what I'm saying? Don't wait for them. Hey, Boom Gang, whole lot of gang shit, you know what I'm saying?
Boom Gang, whole lot of gang shit, you know what I'm saying?
This video got over 1 million views, and it would start his signature style of content where he would just steal random
shit.
stuff.
You know
Boom
what
Gang.
I'm saying? Boom Gang, whole lot of gang shit. iPhone X's, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, bro, hey, he take my motherfucking phone now. Hey, what the fuck? Boom Gang, whole lot of gang shit. What the fuck them doing?
Hey, where you going?
How much I owe you?
This shit is so bad to fucking watch, bro. Didn't he turn over a new leaf? I don't even know, bro. I think so.
20? 20? Oh, 25. Yeah. For sure.
This nigga that be putting
His signature catch
It's just so bad to watch, bro. It's so hard to watch, bro.
Trey's Boom Gang whole lot of gang shit became a staple across his fans, and pretty soon he would break 1 million followers. With all this literal crime that he was posting, it was a shock that he wasn't arrested, but this would soon happen after he robbed a Dunkin' Donuts. He was given 60 days probation, which he immediately broke and then was arrested again, but this all only further 60 days probation, which he immediately broke and then was
misunderstood. It's always the criminals who got shit like misunderstood on their face.
Was arrested again, but this all only further fueled his popularity. But the thing about going viral for crazy antics is that in order to actually keep a fan base, you have to up the ante every single time in order to keep the fans. John would eventually get a lot of crazy tattoos on his face and would deem himself the new Joker. His original Instagram account would get banned for illegal activity, which isn't really too surprising, but he would just start a new one and all of his followers would just follow him on there. He would also start dropping tons of music under the Boom Gang persona on World Star Hip Hop. They weren't good, but like for an Instagram influencer, they did really well. But at the same time, Boom Gang was starting to develop a very heavy drug addiction.
He started to actually turn into the Joker, bro. He actually started turning into the Joker.
Taking them like candy. And his shenanigans were starting to take a real toll on him. At one point when he crashed his car, the very first thing he did was post it all over social media.
Hey, we wrecking cars right here!
His drug addiction would also start to cost him some real opportunities. At one point, he had the chance to make a song with Nicki Minaj and Lil Pump, but it was so high that he couldn't make it to the studio. And this would have been a real opportunity for his music. He would even start to appear in interviews high as shit.
How you been, man? A lot has happened since last time we talked.
Chilling.
Okay.
The real sign he had a problem was when he was on No Jumper and fainted mid-interview from just being so faded.
Shout out to the homie Boone. Oh my God.
That nigga is not, like, his pants aren't even on, bro.
Boonk was clearly surrounded by people that did
stand that
not
shit,
have his
bro.
best interests in mind, as he was barely making any of the money. Things would take a real toll after he was arrested in Miami for drug possession and illegal firearms. That same month, he would get banned from Instagram again after posting himself having intercourse, and his following would start to decrease because he wasn't really posting his usual antics anymore. His official rock bottom was a year later when he ran into someone that he owed money to. One thing led to another, and he got punched in the face with brass knuckles. This completely broke his jaw, and he was in the hospital for weeks. During this time, John reflected on his life with no money, no clout, and no nothing. He would make a complete 180 dedicated—
He did turn over a new leaf. That's just it. Ooh.
his life to Jesus. On social media, he would completely ditch the Boom King persona, only using his real legal name and preaching the word of gospel. And while it's great that he made a change, the fans just weren't really interested. He dropped an album and still tried to produce music videos, but the views were lower than ever. He would even try to box fellow Cloud Chaser Supreme Patty to try and gain some type of following back, but it completely flopped. It's a shame that he doesn't really have an audience anymore, but at least he made a personal change for the better. But that can't really be said about Lil Tay, who still needs to rely on antics to get views.
Oh gosh, Lil fucking Tay. You know she's a streamer now. I think a lot of y'all already know that she's a streamer now. I'm just so tired of it. I'm so tired of it. She faked her own death, and she's still beefing with bitches, and still decides, hey, let me make a Twitch, and she just keeps going, bro. I got no hate towards Lil Tay. Look, bro, I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say. I'm always gonna have an opinion on something. But 9 times out of 10, I'm really not hating on niggas because, like, I say what I say and then I'll forget it, bro. I tell Kendrick this shit all the time, and I'll tell y'all right now. Well, I tell y'all in some videos, but I don't say it in every video. But, like, bro, I'll, like, record a reaction or record a gameplay and say some shit, and then somebody random will put in the comments, oh, I'm dying at timestamp. I'm like, the fuck did I say? I don't even remember what I said. Or they'll say, they'll like quote me on something. I was like, did I say that? Like, bro, I don't remember that shit, bro.
Views. Lil Tay was also one of the people
I think she was younger. That was all her brother
that blew up during the 2018 Cloud Chase era. She got extremely famous after posting tons of videos flexing her fancy cars and big homes.
Message to all y'all broke ass haters. Y'all ain't doing it like Lil Tay. This is why all y'all fucking haters hate me, bitch. This shit cost me $200,000. I'm only 9 years old. I ain't got no license, but I still drive this.
Who let her do this shit, bro? Like, my 9-year-old talking like that?
Sports car, bitch. Your favorite rapper ain't even doing it like Lil Tay.
One of the things that also made her go super viral was having a beef with YouTuber Right Scum. The whole gimmick of this little girl pretending to be this gangster flexer was really entertaining to a lot of people. Her arrogance and cocky attitude was just really funny. And her videos got more and more wild on Instagram, which only just got her more and more views. She started hanging out with rappers like Lil Pump, Chief Keef, and even X. And all these antics got her to 2.5 million followers on Instagram. Now, it's obvious that a little girl this age does not have all that type of money. The fancy houses that she flexed actually did not belong to her or her family. They actually belonged to the real estate firm that her mom worked for. She would let her daughter basically film in all these areas for the videos. But the firm did not like these videos at all and actually cost her mom her job.
I mean, are we surprised? I was just about to say the same shit. You're letting your daughter do this shit at your job site? Niggas do not think. Niggas do not think.
But what most people didn't know is that it was actually Lil Tay's brother who was behind everything.
Yeah.
He told Lil Tay what to say, how to say it, and was basically her coach.
Lil Tay be popping on YouTube right now.
You need to be like more ignorant. You have to be like, ooh, Lil Tay out here.
Well, a lot of people could see it as a harmless act.
It's actually so fucking insane that he's like, you need to be more ignorant. Well, we all know what he wants to say, but he's not going to say.
For some social media clout, it actually got to the point where a lot of people could describe it as abusive. People who witnessed the behind the scenes of these videos would say that her brother would yell at her when she did not say her lines right and make her cry. It was very obvious that she was being used for clout and money. A couple months later, she would stop posting, and a supposed hacker would post on Instagram claiming that Lil Tay's dad, who was absent and abusive, was now randomly coming back into her life to try and get some of that money. The post also claimed that he was
How did you find this post with the picture that she now uses? Did she keep this shit up?
Randomly coming back into her life to try and get some of that money. The post also claimed that he was trying to take Lil Tay back to Canada through a court order and even posted a video of her crying about it.
No, you didn't. You literally lived like 6 minutes away, but you never even came to visit me, so you don't even care about me.
This made the dad seem like a bad guy, but there was another side to it. Tae's father claimed that he was trying to help her achieve a professional career rather than have her be seen as an internet clown. He wanted her to possibly have a music career, get her name trademarked, and even set up a trust fund for all of her earnings. Because when Lil Tay was in Los Angeles, she missed 72 days of school, and her mom took tons of meetings and signed contracts on her behalf without her permission. 1, he was a scumbag dad, or 2, he was actually doing what was best for his daughter and being
I was just about to say, bro, like low key as a father, it sounds like he was trying to just do the right thing for her. Start making some music, make you a trust fund, and put all of the earnings you make from music in that. So as soon as you turn 18, you don't have to do anything.
responsible. It kind of seemed like the latter one was more likely. For years, her Instagram was completely silent randomly until 3 years later in 2021. Jason, Lil Tay's brother, would actually post tons of pictures of Lil Tay with bruises, claiming that her dad was abusive to her. Jason claimed that Tay's father was stealing money for her and even had a GoFundMe to raise 150 grand to save her from the abuse. This was seen as pretty skeptical by a lot of the fans because some of Jason's claims were just simply not true. He claimed that Tay's father was using the money to buy fancy trips, but this wasn't really confirmed. People thought that this GoFundMe was one last attempt to make a cash grab from the fame, but this never really was answered for sure, and the account would go
viral stars.
But 2 years later, in 2023, randomly her account posted that she had passed away, which was just completely out of nowhere. One side of people completely believed it at face value, but the other people were skeptical because honestly, we were used to this. When doing some digging, there was no official police report on anything being claimed here, and nothing really seemed to confirm this at all. Tay's family and team would stay extremely silent, which was very suspicious. Eventually, after an entire 24 hours of these rumors circulating, Lil Tay would officially confirm to TMZ that she was alive. She would accuse her dad of spreading the lie, but that was never confirmed. But it was confirmed by Meta themselves that her account was hacked, which raised a lot of questions. Lil Tay would go live on Instagram to reveal the details of the abuse from her dad, showing police reports, text messages, and a lot of other proof. So it did seem like the dad.
Wait a minute, when would this was 2021, 2022? How old is Lil Tay now, bro? Was she 9 in 2018? Was she 16? She's 19? I thought she was 9 and... $17. I said 16. 17. Okay. She's about to be 18. Oh my god, these niggas are gonna be so disgusting. Oh, these niggas are about to be so fucking disgusting. Oh, these niggas about to be so disgusting on July 29th. Oh my god.
Showing police reports, text messages, and a lot of other proof. So it did seem like the dad was definitely not nearly as good as he tried to make himself be. But around the time of all this drama, she would announce the release of her debut song, Sucker for Green, along with a music video. A whole ass music video. Like a very well choreographed music video. Considering this happened so soon after the death hoax, it was really worth considering if they were behind the hoax in some type of way to promote this song. This just all seemed way too coincidental. She disappears for 5 years, and then just randomly at the same time this death hoax is spreading also has a new song to drop. Considering Jason was behind her entire image and also was a credited writer and producer of the song, it didn't seem unlikely. But if it was someone else that for some reason spread this rumor, then it was very obvious that they quickly produced this music video to capitalize off the drama. The truth is just very, very unclear because there's just so many different narratives going around. At one point, Lil Tay even claimed that her dad swatted her house, but there really was no proof of this either. RiceGum himself even revealed that Lil Tay messaged her directly to try and start a fake beef to promote the song. But when I talk about Tay being behind it, I'm not talking about her specifically. I'm talking about her family and her team. This wouldn't really stop there because a year later...
I mean, she's a streamer now and she just beefed with Bad Baby again, bro. She gotta quit with the antics, bro. She do need to stay away from her brother. I think she also just needs to stay out of drama. I think... Again, I'm so tired of people just like becoming streamers because they know it's a bag instead of actually liking to be a streamer or a YouTuber or anything like that. That's one of my bigger pet peeves, but I still have no hate towards Lil Tay. I just think that since she's doing streaming now, she should really just stay away from drama, bro. Streaming is going to give her so much money. And I was just talking about this with my girl, how It's so easy to just do the right thing, bro. Like, you don't have to come out of prison and still be an idiot, bro. Change your life. I get a prime example. T fucking Grizzly. Nigga got out of prison, dropped first day out, went viral. Boom. Do you know what T Grizzly does now? He streams GTA roleplay on Twitch. And then he was, I heard an interview, he makes like 100K off of Twitch or something like that. And then he puts the videos of the GTA gameplay on YouTube and then makes money from YouTube. And he barely does music now.
Lil Tay's team did a very similar
Sorry,
thing where
that
they
was a
posted
tangent.
that she was in critical condition, intentionally giving no details about it whatsoever, kinda seeming to draw in mystery and attention around the situation. Eventually, they would reveal that she underwent heart surgery and right after announced the next song that she was dropping. I'm not saying she faked all of this, I don't really think that at all, but it's very obvious they're trying to capitalize off all of this drama for the music. At this point, it's very obviously a pattern. Now, Tay herself definitely should not be blamed in this in any type of way. Tay's brother and mom used it for clout and attention, which clearly divided their family and really robbed her of having a normal childhood. It's messed up.
And the fact that you just let your child do this at your job and then you're surprised you lost your fucking job is crazy.
And who knows how it will affect her when she's grown and really reflects on all of this. But if we are going to talk about people that do deserve their failure, then we have to mention the Island.
Now, if you don't know already, I fucking despise these dudes, bro. I fucking despise these dudes. Because they're not even from any island. These niggas are both not even from a Caribbean island. Being fully Caribbean myself, that shit is so...
Boys, who at this point are beyond desperate. Now, the Island Boys went viral back in 2021 for their rap performance.
Island Boys.
I'm an island boy, and I've been trying to make. Oh, I'm an island boy. I'm a just island boy. I'm a just island boy. I'ma get key white wine. You're gonna keep that gun. I'll be just staring at the sun. I'm just out fool gazing.
They don't even have an accent, bro. They're fake. You can tell they're faking the accent because listen to how he says gun, bro.
Keep that gun. I'll be just
gun. What Caribbean you know says gun like that?
staring at the sun. I'm just out fool gazing. I'm like, pull where I'm staying.
This video went viral all over Twitter and on TikTok and became a giant meme. Because honestly, people were laughing at them and not with them. People were making fun of just how awful
Garbage.
their singing was, the stupidity
Now,
of
if there's a nigga that, bro, Lifeline VA better, and she not even, bro, her shit was so bad, but she did a Trini accent a little bit better than most could, bro. I hate these niggas. I don't even care, bro. I don't care how big I get as a creator. I will never respect these two dudes, bro.
their lyrics and their very, very dumb appearance. It was really a trend.
And like one thing about me is that like I'm not gonna be the type of nigga that gets into a whole bunch of beefs and dramas like that. I'm really gonna just stay to myself. But like these niggas, I don't care. I don't. Well, not these two guys. These guys are just making fun of them. But those two niggas, I absolutely despise them.
For a while to dress just like them and mock the Island Boys. It was a very easy way to get views. But hey, all attention is good attention, right? Because it excelled them into internet stardom. They got tons of followers on their TikTok and on their Instagrams, and they capitalized on the moment like crazy by posting a shit ton. In interviews, they claimed that they were making tens of thousands of dollars a day. Now, it's very likely they were making this type of cash because they were buying tons of stuff like jewelry, cars, the whole kin caboodle. They were spending that money like it was no tomorrow. They even got a label deal from Kodak Black, which is absolutely insane. However, they would turn it down to stay independent, which would have been a very smart business move because they were going extremely viral. But there was just one problem. They had no fucking talent. The thing is, the Island Boys...
Bro, these niggas declined a record deal from Kodak Black because they thought they had the sauce, bro. That's insane.
Just straight up were not listenable. Like when I say they have no
Most
talent,
tackiest
like they
people,
can't even rap on
absolutely.
the beat. They literally had nothing to offer their fans in terms of quality, and nothing showcases more than when they did their first ever live performance and got booed off stage.
And I'm just trying to make it, or I'm an island boy. I put my vest on, yeah. Hey, I'm an island boy. I'm an island boy. I'm gonna keep it like it's all one boy. Tell the boy I better keep that gun. I'm gonna do it while I'm staring at the sun. I've been really at the fool gazing.
There's no music playing, bro. There's no music playing. They're doing this shit a cappella. They make me feel violent. Bro, people did pay for this. This is shit that makes me so mad. It's like you guys paying for this.
They were a meme, but everyone seemed to know this except them, because clearly the fame got to their head. They got a shit ton of hate after they went on Logan Paul's
Oh, I remember this. They wanted to fight this nigga right here, bro.
podcast where George tried to give them some financial advice, but they got super cocky and walked out mid-interview.
For real, I think.
Oh, this isn't the fight interview. This is the walkout interview. Okay, I remember this shit.
Take all of your jewelry assets and invest it in something, so you guys will never ever be broke again. So I don't think there's ever gonna be a broke situation.
One, let me tell you something. George, stop talking. We have multiple.
Wait, that was. Hey, that was for you guys.
That was some sound advice, though. Because a lot of the time, these rappers, whatever, they spend their money. They spend so much of their money on jewelry, and then they go broke because of it. 21 Savage even came out and said he's gonna stop spending money on jewelry because he's gonna spend over like $500K to $1 million plus on jewelry. That could be used for so much more.
That wasn't like a hate shot.
Like, bro, I don't mind. Like, if you get money for real, I don't mind you buying some jewelry, bro. But when you starting to buy jewelry like it's nothing, and you spending mad money on shit, Bruno Mars putting himself in debt. Genuinely, literally, bro, jewelry. 6ix9ine owes the IRS over $10 million. They took all of his jewelry, and the jewelry ain't even worth the amount he paid for it, bro. Remember that shark, that big ass necklace with the shark that 6ix9ine had? He said he spent $1 million on it. Do you know how much that shit is selling for? Do you know how much that shit is selling for, bro? Do you know how much 6ix9ine IRS? This is not it. I don't care, bro. Just tell me how much the shit costed. Look at this. Mind you, he spent $1 million plus on this. $100,000. Mind you, he spent. Where's that watch? He said he spent $1 million. Look at these watch prices. $8,000. $8,000. $15,000. Another pendant only worth $60,000. This shark pendant, $80,000. Do you know how much he spent on this shit? I can tell you it's way more than $80,000 fucking dollars. All of this shit. There's 3 pages. A fucking Hermes Birkin bag. $12,000. I know he spent more than $12,000 for that. Nigga, they're selling his platinum award for only $6K, bro. Oh my god. His records are selling for only $6K, bro. Bro, $200,000. He could have went into real estate with that amount. Flipped a house.
I don't need financial advice, and I probably make more money than you. No, here, I'm moving for you. I was giving you nice advice, bro.
I agree with that.
Did I say anything mean?
You fucked up, George. Our first guest to walk. Dumbass.
This pretty much spoke for itself because in a matter of months, their career already started to fizzle out. And already,
I bet you they feel so fucking stupid walking out of Logan Paul's podcast. Now that they're broke, I bet you they feel so stupid for that. I bet you they feel stupid for declining Kodak Black's record deal. I bet you they feel so stupid. Like, oh my.
Already, they were starting to get desperate.
No
which
money.
showed they had money issues. They launched a Cameo, which is an app where you can send personal.
When an art. Okay, it's one thing for an artist or an actor to make a cameo after they've been acting for so many years and they just doing it because they ain't got nothing else to do. Like, for example, if Snoop Dogg's on Cameo, you wouldn't think, oh, it's because he has a money problem. It's because the nigga probably just bored. When you got niggas who went viral less than a year ago on Cameo, you know them niggas are broke.
Personalized messages. And at first, this was a pretty decent move because it did get them quite a lot of money, and this was their main source of income. And the problem with the Island Boys wasn't so much that their fame was
the actual fuck is that here, bro?
On borrowed time. It's the fact that they were just very irresponsible with their money. They were spending way more than what they were making, which isn't sustainable no matter what you're doing. They should have known that this whole entire internet lifestyle was not going to last.
Live below your means, y'all. Live below your means. You will never go broke if you live below your means.
Because again, they were
do not live at your means, live below it.
Wisely and put a lot into savings and investments, and they would not be in the situation that they currently were in. But they were getting so used to spending it on all of the fancy luxury, and they didn't want to give it up. And so their desperation reached an all-time high when they literally posted a video of themselves kissing. I'm going to censor it because
bro, I don't want to see it,
I
man.
think you get the idea. But they announced that they were going to drop a tape together, and God, I really wish I was talking about music, because what they were doing quite literally is incest. They would drop an entire OF for the specific type of genre, which was just so beyond fucking entire OF for the specific type of genre, which was just so beyond fucking gross, but apparently it did make them some cash, which I honestly...
Who paid for that? Who paid to see two real-life brothers, twins at that, have sex? What the fuck is up with this world, bro?
Am very ashamed to say. And the desperation just didn't stop there. They would start hanging out with Jack Doherty and causing tons
God, not Jack Doherty. It just gets worse for them, bro. It just gets worse for them.
Drama for views, and honestly,
Jack
the only
fucking
reason
Doherty?
that anyone hangs out with that guy is literally because they have no other content creators to collab with.
Nice fucking try, dumbass. Nice try.
What's good? What's good? Hey,
Nice fucking hangs out with that guy is literally because they have no other content creators to collab with.
Yo, why are you dragging the girl though?
Nice fucking try, dumbass. Nice try.
What's good? What's good? Hey, y'all with me around. What's good? Get on. We're not. Nobody fight. Nobody fight. Nobody fight. Yo, nobody fight.
Oh, he's kicking.
Bro, you kicking the fucking girl?
Get him.
They had all of these.
I mean, at first I thought he was swinging for Jack Doherty, and the next thing you know, the girl's over here screaming for help. What the fuck?
Fights and arguments that were very obviously staged for attention and views. But their money issues just still kept on piling up.
Fuck those
One
niggas,
of the
I hate them
brothers,
so
Kodiak
much.
Red, had many issues with the law. He was facing charges of domestic abuse to his girlfriend, bad
Sis. What the fuck did he have on you, sis? What the fuck did he have on you? What the fuck did he have on you? Or were you just dating him because of his money?
battery against his brother's girlfriend and domestic battery towards his other girlfriend.
I see? See? These niggas beat on women. I thought he was going for Jack Doherty. He swang on the girl. And then they dragged her. The fuck is
friend. In February
I would never ever put my hands on a woman, bro. Regardless. The only time I even would think of that is if she's literally trying to fucking kill me.
2025, he was arrested during a traffic stop for
And even then, I'd probably just like do a little push, bro. I'm not. Unless you got a gun, that's a little different.
Of substances and for possibly trying to sell a firearm. The other brother, Fly Soldier, claimed that he was nearly 4 months behind on car payments and was getting evicted from his place, which was affecting his credit. Kodiak Red denied this, but at the same time, he was still begging for housewarming gifts. So it's obvious that their financial situation is still in the shitter and they're desperately trying to pretend it's not. And it's just simply another case of getting famous way too fast. But if we're gonna
don't even feel bad for these niggas. Do not feel bad for them.
Lives that were destroyed by going viral, we simply cannot leave out Haley Welch, the Hawk Tuah girl.
Haley motherfucking Welch. I knew it was gonna come to you at some point. I knew it was gonna come to you at some point. You are the biggest. You are the biggest example of your 15 minutes of fame is up.
A story that we all know too well. Haley
Way
Welch was
too
just
fucking well. I think I've watched maybe like how many downfall videos? Kendra, how many downfall videos have I watched of Haley Welch, bro? How many downfall videos have I watched of Hawk Tuah girl, bro? I can't even count, bro. I've watched like 10, bro, at this
girl
point.
From the South who was partying with her friends in downtown Nashville. YouTubers Tim and D were doing some interviews
And the
on
fact that she didn't even think this nigga is crazy.
Street and wanted to get some funny clips for their channel.
No, I don't hate her either. I agree with you. I literally just, it's the way she treated this nigga right here. She said, thank him for what? Like,
stumbled upon Haley and history would be made.
You said a regular ass sex joke.
Answer this, you got it.
What's one move in bed that makes a man go crazy every time?
Oh, you gotta give him that Hawk Tuah and spit on that thing, you get me?
They posted a clip on Instagram where it went crazy viral. This meme became an overnight sensation and everyone had it become their new favorite catchphrase. People just couldn't get enough of it and everyone was dying to know who exactly was the Hawk Tuah girl. Funny enough, Haley actually completely avoided the fame.
Look, Lav, you literally just said it. She tried to avoid the fame at first. But that nigga made her viral. She took it, ran with it, and then she goes on an interview. Did you ever thank the guy? Thank him for what? Oh, I don't know, making you fucking famous? I don't know.
At first, she deactivated her Instagram and was
like, you don't even have to give the nigga bread. Just say thank you, bro. Just say thank you. Appreciate it. Like Lil Yachty and Sensei Le Fox, Callion Fox. I don't even know if any of y'all even know who that is, bro. He made Lil Yachty famous by putting his song One Night in this video, and it went super viral. Lil Yachty went viral. You know what Lil Yachty did? He was gonna film the video for One Night, and he asked Callion if he wanted to be in it. Callion was busy. I would have still said yes. I don't care. But Callion said he was busy, and he didn't do it. But like, he tried to give him something.
Extremely low-key. The first week of it, I was so embarrassed. I wouldn't come out of my house. I went to work, but that's about it. But then, she saw people selling Hawk Tuah merch and saw they were making a ton of money off of it and wanted in on some of that cash. She was seen with
It's always driven by money, bro.
Selling Hawk Tuah hats and signing them personally, all of which sold out immediately. Haley would get more and more in the public eye, being spotted hanging out with Shaq and then going on stage with Zach Bryan. She would do her first ever actual interview, revealing that she quit her job and got a whole management team behind her.
In 24 hours.
I said peace.
So now is like you're gonna go to LA, you're gonna go to New York.
Oh yeah.
Do you think you see yourself like starting your own type of?
You know what's crazy, bro? She was really doing it, bro. She took her 15 minutes of fame and was gonna make a career out of it. She really did. Until the crypto scam. You were this close, Haley. You were this close to surviving your 15 minutes of fame. And then you just decided to do a crypto scam. You just cooked your own career, girl, by doing a crypto scam.
Show or
out of everything you could have done, a fucking crypto scam.
podcast, or are you just going to be like an internet personality?
I think we're gonna do like a show, and then we're just gonna be like on a bunch of podcasts and everything else in between.
Cool. So kind of just figuring out as
She
you
was
go.
doing everything, but her podcast stuck. I didn't watch that shit, but it was, people watched her podcast.
More to come, don't worry.
Now, Haley had a mixed reception when she came into the spotlight. One side of people really liked her personality. She was this sweet, down-to-earth Southern girl who honestly had a lot of charm and charisma. She got along with everybody that she met and was extremely polite. And honestly, people liked that. She wasn't a cocky, arrogant person who was letting the fame get to her head. But on the other hand, there were tons of people who were flabbergasted over the idea of a girl who made a joke about spitting on cock suddenly becoming a famous person. But let's be real, a lot of those people were just secretly jealous of her, because who would not want to capitalize on all of this? And after all,
That's what I'm saying. I respected the hustle, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. I respected the hustle. She really was about to do that shit.
To make this some sort of real thing. After all, Danielle Bregoli got famous off of her appearance on Dr.
She survived her 15 minutes of fame, because she is still to this day known, and she capitalized on some really weird niggas, bro. When she was younger, before she turned 18, everybody was doing the same thing they're doing to Lil Tay right now. Oh, I can't wait till she turn 18. I can't wait till she turn 18, you freak ass niggas. And then she turned 18, started in OnlyFans, and made like a couple mil in 24 hours, bro.
Phil, and then suddenly became a giant musician selling millions of
Gucci
records.
flip-flops.
There was a very weird conspiracy that she was the daughter of an Israeli billionaire and then was here as a spy, as a psyop, after it was revealed that she actually was 99% Ashkenazi Jew.
That's a fact.
I don't know about all that. But to capitalize on her audience, she would start to post a lot more videos and vlogs on her Instagram and Twitter. And this helped her move in the right direction. She would also start to do tons of interviews to really have the public get a good sense of her. But then she would shock the world when she would announce that she was dropping her own podcast, Talk Tua. And at first this sounded extremely dumb, because honestly it kind of was. This girl got famous for a 15-second clip that honestly was overused, and now she was expecting people to listen to hour-long conversations of her repeatedly. The podcast would get tons of genuine hate, but also did get popular at the same time. She got tons of pretty big guests like Jake Paul, Wiz Khalifa, Whitney Cummings, and more. The podcast
I don't even know who the fuck Whitney Cummings is.
Become a giant meme with people
porn
ironically
star?
listening to it and
like with the name Whitney Cummings? I don't know.
Treating it like as if it was the word of gospel. Well, unironically, this made the podcast super popular, getting millions of views on YouTube and becoming number 3 on the Spotify podcast charts. Yes, it was a joke, but the money certainly was not a joke. It seemed like everything was going great, and then it wasn't. Because in November, Haley would announce the official launch of her meme coin. Off the rip, people obviously suspected that it was some sort of scam, but the token was promoted as embracing the community. Haley would promote this coin non-stop throughout Twitter, really hyping up the drop. And when it did drop on December 4th, it skyrocketed nearly 900% in value, having a market cap of nearly $500 million. But then, immediately after, it completely dropped all the way down to a market cap of $60 million. So what the fuck happened?
Big fucking jump. Now, I know y'all are thinking, well, 60 million is still a lot of money. When your market value goes from 500 million to 60 million, that's a problem. On so many levels, that's a problem.
Immediately threw accusations of it being a rug pull, and there was evidence to back it up. Looking at the chains, just 97% of all the tokens were controlled by just 10 wallets, with only 3% available for public sale. 285 investors joined the pre-sale, and 53% sold all or part of the share of tokens owned immediately, pocketing an estimated $3 million, which just completely reeks of a scam. Immediately after, Haley tried to blame this on sniper bots, and her team was just straight up gaslighting the public. And of course, CoffeeZilla, the king of exposing crypto scams, would make his own video completely dissecting this.
I've been tracing it on chain for a while. You guys generated over $1 million in fees while y'all's fans got rug pulled. There was snipers, but there was also insider trading directly linked to y'all's creator account. What are you guys doing?
No, that's not true.
That is true. That's a fact.
No, it's not.
Well, it's a fact, and you can see it on chain.
His video alone got 5 million views. Haley would go silent for 2 weeks, which just skyrocketed suspicion. And she would eventually address the matter on Twitter. I take this matter extremely seriously.
Anywho, guys, I'm going to bed. Leaves the call. Like, bro, what? That was the craziest shit in the world. You are in the hot seat for scamming hundreds of thousands of people for millions upon millions of dollars. And you hop in and say, well, guys, I'm really tired, so I'm going to go to bed. If it was to protect my innocence, if it was to protect my public figure, if it was to prove my innocence, I would have been up for 24 fucking hours on that call to prove my innocence. Well, guys, I'm getting tired. I'm gonna go to bed. Are you fucking serious?
Seriously, and want to
And then
address
she
my
did disappear for a few weeks, probably even a month.
and the investors who have been infected, and the broader community. I am fully cooperating with and am committed to assisting the legal team representing the individuals impacted, as well as to help uncover the truth, hold the responsible parties accountable, and resolve this matter. If you have experienced losses related to this, please contact Berwick Law. Okay, to be honest, if you do put your money in something called the Talk To It token, you low-key deserve to lose it.
You know, it's crazy because I said the same thing. I said, if you were dumb enough to believe this shit was real, you deserve to be scammed.
I'm not gonna lie. But
It's still bad. Okay, I'm not giving her any benefit of the doubt. It's still a bad move to scam your audience, and she doesn't deserve any respect for it. But like, if you were dumb enough to believe it, nigga, you were dumb enough. You deserve to be scammed.
Was what Haley's team was banking on, because they were really trying to target people who were stupid enough to fall for this. Granted, Haley probably had no idea what was going on, and this was definitely being done by her team for the most part. But this project was under her name. She allowed it to happen, and really should have taken a lot more precaution as to who to work with. The team behind the coin pretty soon was hit with a lawsuit for illegally selling and promoting the coin, which was allegedly not a registered security. Haley was not named in a lawsuit, but this absolutely obliterated.
Look, bro. See, on one hand, I get it, because what she was doing was trying every single thing under the book. Selling merch, selling books, doing podcasts, starting YouTube, this, that, and the third. The only thing I think she didn't do was stream. So I can understand, but at the same time, if you're going to do something as serious as making your own meme coin, my nigga, you have to know the ins and outs of fucking cryptocurrency.
Her reputation for months.
Should have went and asked CoffeeZilla how to start that shit. How should I start a meme coin and make it like for real?
Completely laid low from
like in a way where I can earn some money, but like the niggas who invest in it can also earn money. How do I do that?
Social media trying to let this drama blow over all by itself, which honestly was not a great idea.
Not a good
move. A couple
move.
months later, she was suspended from Twitter, and she would make an apology on the situation through her Talk To a podcast, but she did the whole fake cry influence.
Oh my god, bro. The crying is
her thing. And this apology was not.
You know, I'm very sorry that I told you guys, you stupid ass niggas, to buy my coins, and I'm so fucking sorry you guys fell for the scam, and I'm so sorry that you guys also caught on to it. Like, bro, just like, come on, man. Come on, man.
And it basically just completely threw out whatever she had left of her fame. She would try to return back to the podcast, but would get a mere fraction of the views, even when
25K, damn, bro. She used to get millions.
And she got appearances from KSI. It just goes to show that quick money is not the best way to try and get money. And all fame is not good fame.
Wait, what did he say right there?
It was not meant well. And it basically just completely threw out whatever she had left of her fame. She would try to return back to the podcast, but would get a mere fraction of the views, even when she got appearances from KSI. It just goes to show that quick money is not the best way to try and get money. And all fame is not good fame.
Big fact. Big fucking fizzact, bro. Big freaking fizzact. He tried to make the internet hate his ex? Is this Omeezy? I haven't seen Mr. Omeezy in a minute. It's like these niggas don't like me like Omeezy anymore, bro. I don't watch this.
Now, I don't know what it's gonna.
When did he upload this? 6 hours ago. Maybe later. Because I need to get through this Kid Cudi shit. W Video, who is it? It's Blanco? W Video, bro. It's white?